Yes.
All right. This is a question for all of the general newcomers to theater. You know, those who've only this is like their first production or their second or third. Basically, generally, what does it feel like to tackle a musical, you know, as big and acclaimed as Rent? I mean, granted, it's pretty early in your theater careers if you're pursuing that. How does it feel taking on a musical of this caliber?
Okay, I'll make OJ answer that because this is the first theater experience of OJ. That's why when we told him that he's part of the cast, he was trembling. He fell off his seat. That he was just hugging me there and trembling. And we told him not to say, not to anybody yet, not until we announce the formal cast, because at any given time, changes can still happen. So, Jeff, I appreciate your question, and OJ will be able to answer that, followed by AJ, who's also a first-time with me, and Nicole.
Nicole, after a long absence.
Yes. So maybe OJ can.
I have to admit, let's be honest, for me it's a lot of pressure, because like what you said, this is a big musical and it's really known worldwide. It has a lot of followers, the redheads, and being in this company, I mean, a lot of talented, gifted musicians, artists, theater actors. It's, I want to say humbling, but overwhelming for me to be a part of this cast, and that actually drives me all the more to do better, because I have to meet their expectations, and I have to be at their level, and if I can, I will outshine them.
Kailangan opening,
Anyway, I'm just kidding aside, you know, it's truly an honor, and I will really do my best. And I know a lot of people also love the character Tom Collins, so it's a big responsibility, like baby here. That's it.
AJ.
Well, for one thing, it's very exhilarating. I've been singing classically for the past 4 years now. I'm a fourth-year student in the UP College of Music, and it's catharsis for me because I've always wanted to do musical theater. And in UP, where it's not really allowed per se to, especially to sing something of the total opposite, rock from something from classical. So it brings so much joy to me to be in this cast. I get so much from them because I mean, there's a lot of pressure, yes there is, but it's just everything here, with everybody, and working with people who've been in this industry for so long. I'm more excited, and I'm overjoyed just to like get out there and show you guys what we have, because it's going to be a great show for you.
And can I just say something? Since we're beginners, we're first-timers in the theater world, these guys who are veterans are really super supportive of us. So, parang naalalayan naman.
Bawi! Ang galing! Ang galing!
Maybe we can hear from Nicole.
Okay, well, Robbie says long absence, and he's absolutely right, because the last full-length play I did was with Robbie and Cara as my alternate 11 years ago. That's the year before I first watched Rent. And I've always taken to Rent. Erica, you're my classmate from a good 8 to 10 years ago. We used to sing Rent together after school.
Which production was this?
I'm sorry, Annie with repertory, and then I joined Japanese production after.
Was the one in the Meralco Theater?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And ever since then, I took off from theater to finish college, school, other things I had to do. But I could never leave music. And I started a band where I would sing and write songs. So in a way, I felt the whole Bohemia that has been depicted in these scenes. And I've always been attached to this musical. So first of all, it's an honor to be part of this cast after watching it for the first time about 10 years ago. I'm finally here. But 3 words. The first one is commitment. Theater people have a level of commitment that is so special because their dedication outspans any amount of figures or money or time or energy sometimes. And that's something I'm trying to catch up with because I've been out of the loop. But it leads me to my second word, which is support. I'm in good hands. Every cast member here is helping each other. So when their commitment is solid, I have to be there. I have to commit as well, no matter what schedule conflicts and all that other jazz. And then the third one is discipline. The difference between being in a rock band and being in theater is big. You know, it's not Bohemia over here. We got notes, we got scores, we got blocking, we got choreography. All these things we have to follow. So those are my 3 biggest challenges, but my 3 biggest things that I'm thankful for. So it's gonna be a great show, and it's gonna be a happy New Year.
Miss Universe.
And world peace.
Yes, Anton. Sorry. Anton has a question. Anton is one of the very popular bloggers, the Awesome Planet.
Yes, yeah.
He's supporting theater also.
Yeah, of course. Actually, most of my readers are Rent fans, and actually have a post on Rent, and a lot of them are very nostalgic about it. So, what can they expect, I guess, from the Feb show? A lot of people are really, are excited about the Feb opening. Is there anything different, something to look forward to? Yeah, I'm excited that there's like a fresh cast, no?
Yeah.
And we're fans of Carla, so we're glad to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, the challenge kasi with this production was, like I mentioned, the barkada kasi is generally younger, so in their early to mid-20s.
Yeah.
And in as much as it would have been easier to have veterans or more experienced actors portray those characters, it's hard to find that kind at that age.
Okay.
Which is why I really made it a point to get a strong support ensemble of veterans with casting fresh people to handle some of the lead parts. I was very with my partners. I was very clear when I said I also wanted the show to be an opportunity for new people to come out and to be discovered and to be trained.
Okay.
So, in as much as I get that question a lot, now, aren't you afraid na you have so many newbies and they're playing leads and it really depends on them? I'm not, because as the cast has been experiencing these past weeks, they're not only getting a lot of support from me, they're getting it from each other. And I wasn't expecting that. And it's really touching, and no, I'm not gonna cry. And it's just really good to know that we made a really, really good decision in casting everyone.
Yeah, looks like it, yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of what can the audience expect, I definitely, performance-wise, they'll get the best. Staging-wise, without so much spoiling what's gonna happen, we again made a decision that we can't veer away too much from the original. Because one, that's what a lot of people are expecting. In terms of modernizing the set and the costumes, we felt it might not work
Okay.
If we set it to 2009 rather than in 1995 or in 1996. And so we're keeping it still there, a period piece. But in terms of the staging, that's where we'll add new stuff. Hopefully we'll be able to integrate new, well, not naman new, but more elements that are being used nowadays in other theatrical shows. Another thing we will also be dabbling with is we have a new sound designer who will bring in the sound of the 90s into the show.
Okay.
So for example, just this one is definite. You know that number where the parents go in front of a mic and they're on the phone talking to their kids?
Yeah.
It's gonna sound like they're on the telephone. Those things are the ones we're gonna change. Small things, but at the end of the day, it's like, hey, that's different. Those are the ones we can